25 book pre-screen going to CGC tomorrow. Another 25 moderns. If this grill project goes okay, the next project is going to be some established books. I'm not going to pick moderns for the next one if this goes okay. And now notice I'm saying okay because I don't know that it's going to go well. I pick modern books because of their return. Really, it's a fast return, and I was counting, as I said before, on the storylines and the writers. I picked the two best writers in the business, Tynion and Cates. But so far the returns, at least this is short term anyway, but are kind of lackluster. Not kind of, they are lackluster. It's hard to find a modern that you can say, you know what, that's gonna hit. It's gonna hit big. Now keep in mind, of course, we are still in the beginning of the game, and that's why it's better to just hold off and slab later once the books become better known and they start forming a following. But yeah, sometimes if it's a book that you think it's gonna hit eventually, you don't want to keep it in a box for that long because it might damage and if you could pre-screen it and get a cheaper price for the slabbing, then you go ahead and do so. I've done that with different books. Psycholist is one of them. I don't know if that's ever going to hit, but I know that I have quite a few 9.8s now, just in case. If I had done that with Blue Marvel and I got my 9.8s back then, guess what? I'd be sitting pretty. But of course, that's one book in what, 1,000? All right. So hopefully this will stop being lackluster, and one of these is going to hit big. Hopefully. All I need is one big hit, man. Even if everything else is lackluster, one huge hit. It's got to be here. It's got to be here. All right. So, this 25, I bought this. This is not for the grill project. I bought this for myself to hold. Unknown Comics was having a special on this, $15 each, and it's a 1 in 25. Now, with as many variants that are coming out now, I would suggest to anybody that asks me about variants to stay away. This book alone, Amazing Spider-Man 49. Technically, Amazing Spider-Man number 850 without the numbering, right? The new numbering systems that they've had because they wanted to get more sales and whatever. This would be Amazing Spider-Man number 850. But there's got to be more than 20 covers of this book. It's got to be. Just in this sending off here, I'm going to have 2 different covers going out. But I would rather stay away from that. It's a money grab, guys. It's just a money grab, and it reminds me of the 90s, really, where they were just putting out a whole bunch of books. Maybe not as many variant covers, obviously, but they were putting out hundreds of thousands of books. This book is going to be hundreds of thousands. It's got to be at least a 300,000 print run. Not on this particular book, right? But on the entire print run of 850. And when it's something like that, I'll get one from my collection, and I'll read that one, and then I would stay away from the rest. As it is right now, I picked two of them that I thought I could get a return from, and and then this one and one that I can keep. Like, I love that cover, so I'm gonna keep one of those. That is also not in the Grail project, but here's one that's in the Grail project. I'm gonna send the other 5 of these. I think with a cover like this, it'll always sell, and on the cost that I have on the book, I should have a decent return, even if it's like a 30% type return, which is not what I would want. I typically want at least 100% return, but in this Grail project, I'm gonna have to settle for a lot less than that. All right, so I'm gonna send 5, and 5 is 10. 4 of these is 14. I'm gonna send the last Cyberpunk that looks decent. It looks like a 9.8 to me. I'm gonna send the last one in. That'll be 15. The Casada variant for 850. 16. The 3 Juggernauts. Now this is the 340 homage. This will always have value because Juggernaut fans, Hulk fans will always look for this. That I know. So there's certain characters that when they fight, you want to have that cover. This is going to be one of them. So this will have value no matter what. So I'm not worried about this one. I actually bought more of those when they went on sale on Unknown Comics for I think it was 3 for 3. Buy 3 get 3 free. I bought some more. They're going to be coming in, and those are I don't mind holding them. And I'm going to send some of these. These are the regular covers, and this is cover A, but it's actually this is cover B, but it's still from the first printing. Of course, this is Frizen, and I just love it that it's a red cover, and it could have so many flaws on that red, and you could see it. So I'm sending 3 of these. I sent some before also, but because I paid less than cover price, I don't have much in them, so I can hold these for a while, and I'm sure I'll get a return. And I'm gonna send a couple of Novas that I have. I'll take a chance on these. This is a number 1 Scourge, and it's with Frankie here. But yeah, I sent 2 of these in. I was gonna send the Grim Knight. This came in one of the Spider-Man booths. I don't typically like gambling on mystery boxes because I'm not lucky, so I usually don't hit. And no, I didn't hit on this either. Then they put a $15 price tag on some of the books, and this is probably $3 if I would try to sell it on eBay. It is in great condition though, so I can probably get a 9.8 on this. But I don't know how much a 9.8 would go on this. I mean, it might even be like $30. I don't know. I just don't. I'm just gonna keep it just for the hell of it. We'll wait on that. But anyway, that's gonna be the 25 book lot. We're gonna have. I got 150 books coming soon, probably within the next 2 weeks, and they're all moderns, and most of those are going to be in the Grail project. So hopefully we'll start getting some decent returns, and not lackluster, but this is looking like a very lackluster Grail project. That's my first project. I'll tell you what, the next Grail project, if there is one, I'm gonna go after much better books, like established books that are going to probably cost more money per book, but I'll just buy like one book, and it'll be an established book that I'll get it slabbed, or maybe I get it for a decent price, and then send it in to get graded. But it won't be moderns. I'm gonna stay away from moderns for the next one. They're just a headache. I have a feeling that there's been a lot of people that are speccing so much on these moderns with CGC, and I'm almost positive on this that CGC's turnaround time is going to drop significantly because these people are getting burned. Because I can see like certain prices on these variants really sky high for FOC, and then once they come back graded, the prices have dropped. People are not buying certain ones, right? So I'm pretty sure those people are going to stop sending to CGC, and I'm pretty sure that the turnarounds are going to get much better pretty soon. That's just a feeling that I'm getting right now. Obviously, some of these books are going to hit eventually. Question is, like, say a book like that could hit, even though the print run is probably and then that's the other thing. Print runs, Comic-Con isn't even printing like the right print runs right now because of all the mess that there is with distribution and everything. But I'm assuming that the print run on that book is gotta be around 70,000, right? Print run on this book, it's probably at least 150,000, probably even in up to 300,000 for number 100. Now, luckily, this is a 1 in 25, so 1 in 25 for 300,000. I mean, you're looking at 1/4. No, not 1/4. My bad. Around 12,000, I think that would be right. Around 12,000, I think, if I'm doing the math correctly, right? So it's not so bad. Might be 15,000. All right, but yeah, I mean, there's certain books that could hit. This book, of course, can hit big because the game is coming up. This book is cheap, so this is something that I can just hold for a while. But anyway, you guys know the deal. Have a good night, guys. Damn, guys, I do this all the time. Say goodbye, and then here I is again. Alright, so I almost never say, actually I never do say this, but I can't see anything wrong with some of these books, a couple of these books, Batman 100s. Dare I say, I might just get a 9.9 or a 10.0 on one of these. They are that pretty. Gotta make sure that I package these right. I've only gotten a 9.9 once, and I would recommend that book to anybody. At 9.9, I got on Born #1, Punisher Born #1. If you're a Punisher fan, I know, Pete, you are. So, Pete, Punisher Born #1, you could probably get the entire storyline on eBay for probably less than $10. Read it if you haven't read it. If you're a Punisher fan, you gotta read that, man. It's by Garth Ennis. And if anybody's watched The Boys, Billy Butcher is the Punisher. That's what Garth Ennis thinks the Punisher should be. There's no doubt about it. Get that book and you get that storyline. You'll be very, very happy with it. But that's the only book that I ever got in 9.9, and I don't think it's worth that much because not too many people are familiar with that storyline. Hopefully it'll get made into a movie one day. But yeah, man, I think a couple of these books are that pretty. that pretty. I can't see anything wrong with them. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Watch, they're gonna come back all unslabbed. All right, now I'm gone. Later, guys.